So that's kind of my plan. I'm just going to play normally, really. I think I'll be in good enough shape that I'll be able to play my normal game, and we'll be able to have a great series.
Best of luck with that. You certainly put up a very good fight against the clear favorite of this tournament, so it should be an even more interesting fight next time. I'm going to ask you for some general predictions about the other groups, if you don't mind, starting from the top. JF, last year's winner against Gosi Terran. Who will win that one, do you think?
I think it'll be Gosi Terran, because JF is just he's on very little practice right now. I think he might perform kind of like I did against Idra, but the favorite here is definitely Gosi Terran.
Alright, well, Artosis seem to be very impressed by him, and so I guess should all of us be. Then we have Cabal against Idra, Protoss versus Protoss. Who will win that one?
I think this one is going to be very close. There's a lot of people that automatically say White Raw is going to beat Cabal, aka TT1. I know him much better as TT1. I'll go with Cabal since that's what he likes now. I think Cabal might win, actually. I think his PvP is good. And White Raw, while he's a very strong player, he's not that much better than everyone else. He's a little bit better than a lot of people, but he's not absolutely dominating other people. So he's definitely vulnerable to a player like Cabal. And I'm going to go ahead and give Cabal the edge and say that he's going to advance.
Alright. Then we have the Russian Terminator, Brat2K, versus the German godfather of Zerg, Mondragon. Who will be the victor there?
I think this one's the toughest to call in this round. I think it's the closest match. But I'm not exactly aware of how much these two players have been practicing. And if Mondragon has been practicing a lot, then he'll definitely win. If they're both practicing a lot, then I would give Mondragon the edge. I think Mondragon's a better player in general. But, all these players tend to be in a state of semi-activity, and you don't know how much practice they can scrounge up when a great event like TSL comes around. So we'll just have to wait and see what will happen when Mondragon gets challenged by a great player like Brat. But I'm going to go ahead and give Mondragon the edge and say Mondragon will advance.
Well, it will be an epic match for sure. Last time Mondragon fought a Terran, he used infested Terrans against him, so
that was great.
It will definitely be enjoyable for sure. Then we have Cole, the Zerg prodigy who only got beaten in the WCG when he met Bisu, so that's quite an impressive player, versus Phoenix, Zerg versus Protoss. Who will come out ahead there?
I'm going to go with Cole. He just has momentum going for him, and I think that plays a great role. I've heard his Zerg vs. Protoss isn't as great as his other matchups, so I'll be interested to see it. And, kind of because I'm a Protoss player, I just like to see Zerg vs. Protoss. But Phoenix is definitely a good player. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. He's a pretty good player. But, momentum counts for a lot. Confidence counts for a lot. I think Cole's going to come in and run his game, and he's going to be able to take that best of 5.
I think many would agree with you. Then we have Castro versus Rhett, the latest foreigner to attempt the pro gaming dream, who's clearly got a lot of momentum going for him as well in a Zerg versus Zerg, though I've heard that Rhett might choose to play Terran against Castro. What do you have to say about that matchup?
Well, keeping in mind Rhett's results from his Courage, did you see his results from Courage that he played?
His very latest Courage?
Yes.
I must admit I have not, so do enlighten us.
Okay. I think he beat 3 Zergs, and he played a 4th Zerg. That's all he played was Zergs.
Correct.
And so he beat 3 of them, and then he played a 4th one, and he lost 1 to And as he described it, both of his losses should have been wins, and he just messed it up. And I know exactly how that feels, and I know how he must be feeling about it. And it's actually not that heartbreaking of a feeling. I think he's going to be coming into this with great confidence. He's really happy with his Zerg vs. Zerg right now, and he's going to go ahead and destroy Castro, barring any lag. Hopefully Castro doesn't lag. He's supposed to be playing from a different location now where it doesn't lag, so we'll wait and see on that. I think Rhett's going to he's going to play Zerg vs. Zerg, is my prediction, and he's going to beat Castro convincingly. Castro is a great player, though. I don't want to say that Castro's bad, but Rhett's just a monster right now.
Well, he has learned a lot in the Holy Land, for sure. And then the final match series we have are Sen Zerg versus Draco, the old Protoss who very nearly won the Racer TSL the last time around. Will he win this match as well?
I think this is going to be really tough for Draco. Again, I don't know what kind of shape these players are in. The only inside info I have is on JF. But for Sen and Draco, I think Sen is the kind of player that he can take a lot of time off, and then he comes back, and with very little practice, he plays really well. And he's going to be bringing solid builds, great Zerg micro, and really, really good macro. Draco, while he can also muster up a pretty good game from very little practice, I think Zerg is just favored here in this matchup. Not that Protoss vs. Zerg is imbalanced in general, but I think when you have really good players trying to play off a little bit of practice or after coming back from a long break, I think the Zerg is naturally favored, and I think Sen is going to destroy Draco. And that's just a bummer because Draco could have given us a lot of very entertaining games this TSL, like he did last TSL. But I think he's going to get eliminated right away by Sen.
Well, we'll see. Draco, of course, being an old foreign pro gamer as well, who many years ago rose to fame in Korea as well. So it would be fun to see him in the later stages of the tournament, as we did the other time around. However, jumping ahead to the finals, I assume you predict to see yourself there facing who for the ultimate prize?
I think it will probably be Rhett. I'm going to have to go ahead and say Rhett is going to make it to the finals from the lower bracket. I guess he's like moving back to
I think
the Netherlands. Yeah. As long as his move goes smoothly and he can keep up his shape, which I'm sure he'll take care of that. I think he's going to have a pretty nice ride through the lower brackets, and he'll make it to the finals. And yeah, I think I'll make it to the finals too. Nobody thinks I'll beat Idra except for a few very smart people, but I'll definitely beat Idra. And then I'll beat. I think Cabal will make it. I think I'll have to play Cabal. I think Cabal will beat Ghostly Terran, and then I'll be able to beat Cabal, and I'll make it to the finals.
Well, best of luck indeed. We will see on. It's a week from now, I believe, that the next stage will be played, or at least broadcast. So we shall hold our breath for a week and see who's right. Best of luck, regardless.